Morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, June the 30th. It's the last day of June, which means it's the last day of the second quarter. That should yield to some window dressing, both on the buy and sell side, from funds that want to make sure you know they own the winners and want to make sure you know that they don't own the losers. So we'll see what happens. This is your video number 309. And if you appreciate the work, please subscribe. Also on the news front today, we have Chairman Powell and Secretary Mnuchin before the House Financial Services Committee. More BS from people asking questions they know the answers to, and it's a prepared text by the chairman where he calls, and this was out yesterday, he calls times extraordinarily uncertain. So we will see what happens there. It'll probably be the same thing that happens every time. In the news, we have the pound is a little soft on a UK spending plan. The euro has also a little softness to it. They're talking about yet more stimulus. The oil market is a little weak, as you can see here on the chart. We're down a little, 67 cents. I mean, it's not overwhelming. It is, 1.75%. But the fact is, I'm a little concerned. Right here, we have, I'm going to blow this up a little for you. Right here, we have the 5-day moving average, which rolled over here, got another move up, and is rolling again. This is the 20-day. I discussed this in the weekly letter in charts with comments, which are also posted on the Discord page under Oz's charts and watch list. This rollover, if we cross here, this would be the Donchian sell rule, the 5 going down through the 20. You can see how well it worked on the upside. You can see how well it worked on the downside here. That doesn't mean that it's going to roll. It just means that it's close and we need to be concerned about it. The news in the oil is a lack of demand, and also the perennial fact that Libyan oil may come back. Royal Dutch Shell has taken a write-down of $22 billion on their assets, so that's, I don't know whether that's a negative or not. Lululemon is buying Mirror for $500 million. The company is private. Mirror is another at-home gym substitute with literally a mirror that you work out in front of, and it gives you the same kind of information for your workout as does Peloton. So Lulu was up a little. Mirror, as I said, is private. Peloton was down a little. In the news, Uber is about $31, up about $1.40 on the news that it's buying Postmates, another delivery service. On the airline side, Norwegian Airlines canceled 92 737 Maxes and 5 787s from Boeing last night. They have a huge backlog, but at 90 or 100 at a clip, it won't stay so huge so long. We also had Inovio, INO. This is a company that is in the vaccine side of the COVID-19. They had good, positive first phase results, but the stock, which traded up to 35.5 and then down to 26.90 on the news, is trading at around 29, down 4. You have to remember that this stock was 15 5 days ago. Barry Sternlick from SH Hotels and Starwood was on CNBC this morning, and he was talking about their REIT STWD, which is very interesting, and he has a mixed look at the economy, but they just reaffirmed their dividend, and it's a pretty healthy dividend. It's 48 cents a quarter, so $1.92 a year, and that's a yield of 12.9, and he says they're going to earn enough to continue to pay it. ConAgra up $1.30 or 3.86% on an earnings blowout, both revenues and earnings. And so we're in that. That's also on my page 4 of the weekly letter under stocks for total return. I think we own it about 50 or 60% ago. It pays us a nice dividend, and we have a huge total return. Also, one name that I'm just going to mention here, I mentioned it a couple of months ago. The name of the company is BLNK. The symbol is BLNK. And yesterday it closed at 401, up 99 cents or 33%. And this morning is trading at 642, up $2.16 or another 54%. The only news here is the fact that they have applauded an Apple deal to increase stations. This company does wireless charging, but more importantly, it also does electric vehicle charging. We're not talking about the rest area kind of chargers along the highways. This company actually does a home charger. And certainly anybody who buys an electric vehicle needs that, as well as doing charging stations for businesses like restaurants or parking lots, or here in the Boston area, if you go to take public transportation, you get free charging and free parking if you park there. So kind of interesting. The only news on it is a headline on Yahoo that says "Blink catches eye." So I'm assuming that that's a reference to our friends who trade at Robinhood, or Doofus Dave, who will buy anything at any time and blast it out to his followers on Twitter. The opening here looks like the Dow will be down about 120, NASDAQ unchanged, and the S&P about unchanged. Also, Jeremy Siegel was on this morning on CNBC. And I have to tell you, I like the guy. He's a good economist, but I don't really need him telling me about medical issues for COVID-19 that he picks up in the news. I need him to be telling me what the effect on the airlines is going to be when 60% of the people won't get on a 737 MAX, and the fact that there's nowhere to go. Hotels are barely open, attractions are not open. So, like the congressman who were going to do the interview today on Powell and Mnuchin, stick to your strong point and leave the rest for the professionals. Okay, everyone. Remember, this is the beginning of the third quarter tomorrow, and traditionally, that is not a particularly good time for the market. Have a good day.